Hello and welcome to this video on Brilliant Assessments. Brilliant Assessments is a flexible white label platform for businesses that enables you to build and deploy your own sophisticated assessments. To illustrate some of the possible use cases for the software, here are a few examples from our customers. As you'll see, assessments can be a simple page of questions, literally hundreds of questions divided into sections and subsections with conditional components, or anything in between. Assessments can be in any language and deployed on any device, desktops, tablets, or mobile phones. Brilliant Assessments' unique point of difference, though, is the beautiful, detailed feedback report the system immediately produces for the respondent. You can create the template for the report as a merge Word document, either rebranding one of our pre-made templates with your own assets or designing your own from scratch. These PDF reports pull from 17 different chart types and highly innovative text personalization options to make your report truly exceptional. As well as managing individual responses, Brilliant Assessments also manages cohorts or groups of responses. This might be a 360, a team, or a company-wide cohort, or any other group configuration, and you can use iterations to measure improvements over time. Just like with individual responses, Brilliant Assessments uses word merge technology to produce cohort reports automatically once the assessment is complete. Individual assessments and cohorts can be completely user-driven, with iterations and all reporting fully automated. Brilliant Assessments also includes the tools for individuals or organizations to purchase and manage their own responses. Let's look at the tools and features you'll use to create your Brilliant Assessments. Assessments are created in the Assessment Builder. Our assessments have a structure designed to facilitate automated scoring and rating and simplify the process of building a sophisticated feedback report. Sections appear as separate pages in the assessment, and in the Builder, you can easily navigate between them. Subsections are used to group questions on the same subject and are often an important building block for the feedback report. Within each subsection, you can have any number of questions. Let's add a question here at the beginning of our subsection. First, you pick the answer format from this list. Once you have chosen the answer format, you can opt to leave the answer field open-ended, enter your own words or sentences, or offer a choice of pre-configured answers. We'll call these default answers, and you can add to or modify them to speed up the process of creating your assessments. The answer scores come from the default answers, but can be overridden. You can either use Likert scale scoring, like in this example, or percentage-based scores. To give the respondent context, you can use instructions to put any amount of text before the question. Text can include videos and images and be formatted to your exact requirements. You can also specify that a question be conditional on previous answers. A question can be conditional on up to 5 different answers and an unlimited number of combinations. Conditions can be applied to subsections and sections too. Now that you have your questions and answers, you can add report text to some of the answers. This text appears on the feedback report only if they select the associated answer and is one of the building blocks you can use to bring personalized text into the reports. Using this feedback button, you can review the feedback report text. You can see the text on some of the answers, but you can also see some of the other feedback components available to you. For subsections, sections, and the whole assessment, you can include feedback text based on a respondent's rating. Ratings are score ranges that you set based on the number of tiers of feedback you wish to provide. Often they are named after colors, grades, maturity, or competency levels. From the Assessment Builder, you can also see test responses, how your respondents will see the assessment. All of the questions and answers appear as you set them out in the Builder. The branding, graphics, and color scheme are set to match your brand standards. You can adapt the branding for responses from or for a specified organization if you want to rebrand an assessment for a customer or partner. Back at the Builder, Settings define many of the flexible features available for the assessment. The General tab specifies commonly used options like the name, description, and language. The Design tab gives you the ability to set the background image or color, fonts, and color scheme to match your brand standards. In the Cohorts tab, you can set up how the assessment behaves for groups or 360s and iterations. Emails. These are templates for the emails the system can generate to invite people to complete the assessment, send reminders, and deliver feedback reports on assessment completion. Ratings. This is where you specify the score ranges for which you want to tailor your feedback. Graphics include any uploaded assets, like logos and any other images you use in your assessment. But the hero of the system is the feedback reports, so you have to look at this. For individual feedback, this screen controls what is going to happen to the report. In this case, it's going to be available for download on completion, email to the respondent, and email to someone in your organization. The report is a PDF created from a merged Word document, which you can upload here or download here. Because the report is a Word document, you control every element of the layout, branding, and style. This example is based on one from our library of templates, but the layout is completely flexible and can be as graphical or as simple as you like. Brilliant Assessments has a Word add-in that makes adding and modifying your merge strings very easy, just picking options from drop-down lists. You can see how the merge strings are placed in the document. For example, here is the merge string for a donut chart. When we click on a merge string, its details appear in the Merge Manager, so you can understand it and make any changes. Beside the donut chart are the overall score and overall rating text. Further down, we want to have a bar chart that will show the score for each section. Let's see how we will build that. Looking at the Merge Type options, we see all of the chart options, plus the ability to pull in individual answers, ratings at all levels, information about the respondent, and scores in different formats. We select vertical bars. We want to show bars for sections. Notice that when we expand the list, the system is showing details from that actual assessment, making it easy to ensure you are pulling in the right information. No need to remember codes or numbers. Here, we're showing Likert scores, but we could easily show percentages. Many customization options are available. You can set the height, width, font size, background, and many other customization options. It's as simple as that. This chart shows benchmarking, giving your respondents context by comparing their results with their peers. Benchmarks can represent all previous respondents or any number of classifications you specify. These merge strings bring all the subsection ratings and answer text into the report. The subsection ratings are selected based on how they scored, and the answer text is based on the answers selected. The feedback report is created as a PDF, although you can get a Word version from the system too. Here we can see the graphics and boilerplate text from the Word document, snippets of text that have been entered into the system, the donut chart and text generated by the system based on the overall assessment score and the rating. Here is the bar chart we created, showing the respondents' scores for each section. By default, it has colored the bars by the colors you specified in the ratings, but you can override that behavior. Here are the benchmark results that show the respondent how they compare. Brilliant Assessments calculates these automatically to compare to all previous responses or to the respondent's peers. It's easy to set up the system to calculate unlimited peer group benchmarks based on any demographic question in the assessment. The text here is from the subsection rating, and these bullet points are generated from the individual answers the respondent selected. In this particular example, the report continues on reporting each section's results. Remember that the information you show in the report is totally under your control. It is easy to prepare a professional report that you know will be produced in the same consistently high standard regardless of the answers supplied. As well as single response feedback reports, Brilliant Assessments also uses the same Merge Word technology to produce cohort reports that group multiple responses into one report. This first example pulls together all the responses from one organization. In a cohort report, the system automatically averages the scores of the respondents, but you can divide it up as you wish. Histograms are a good way to show score distributions. This heat map shows the section scores by the respondent's position in the organization, but you control how it is analyzed. For these questions, we show the number of respondents that selected each answer. Feedback text is based on the average score of the respondents and can be added to any level of detail. Stacked bars are great to show the percentage distribution of answers, particularly at the question level. You can show results at any level, including respondents. In this example, we are looking at a team report. As you can see, it uses many of the same reporting elements as an individual report. This text is based on the consensus of the team members. 360s are another great application of cohort reports. The report is largely segmented by the role of the rater, but all of the flexibility of cohort reporting is available. This includes the ability to give the participant detailed feedback based on the consensus of the raters. All of these reporting capabilities are supercharged by iterations. Iterations provide the extra dimension of time to both individual and cohort reports of all types. This adds additional value by allowing you to show how individuals or cohorts have changed over time. This example uses iterations to show scores before and after a workshop, but any number of iterations can be reported. In this individual example, the respondent has taken the assessment 4 times. All of the information on the dashboard could be reported on cohort reports, but the dashboard provides a more interactive experience. Using the dashboard, you can see details of the number and proportion of completed responses, and then dive into the details. You can see how the respondents have rated at all levels, including the question level. Filters allow you to drill down to review the results from any grouping, for example, from one business or one team. This is only an initial overview of the system, but I hope it has addressed some of your queries. Please complete the Try Me assessment so you can have the respondent's experience and see for yourself how well Brilliant Assessments will work for you. Thank you for spending the time to find out more about Brilliant Assessments. We look forward to hearing from you soon.